Thousands of people drive past this building every single day, but what is it and what's inside? We're in one of the most ethnically diverse cities in the country, and that's Leicester. And this mosque behind me is one of the biggest in the East Midlands, and it's called Leicester Central Mosque. But this mosque is about far more than just size and what you see from the outside. So keep watching, because today we're going inside to show you why. As always with Britain's Best Mosques, we only film with full permission, and we've been invited by the trustees and the Imam himself to come and look inside and see if this is one of Britain's best mosques. Leicester has over 70 mosques, and I'll give you a fun fact. 1 in 5 people in Leicester are Muslim. This is the entrance part of Leicester Central Mosque. This is where we take our shoes off, and there's plenty of storage here for shoes to be taken off. You can see the shoe racks all around you. And this is where we're meeting the trustee, Mr. Mustafa Malik. Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum assalam.
Mr. Malik, I'm going to take my shoes off in 1 minute, and then you're going to give us a lovely tour of this beautiful mosque. Mr. Malik, before we walk into the mosque, can you just explain what that is above right there?
That is an Arabic prayer which we pray while open the doors of mercy for us.
Well, let's open the doors then. Let's find out what's going on. Before prayer comes Wudu, the ritual washing that prepares worshippers for prayer. So, Mr. Malik, please explain this Wudu area to the viewers at home.
Wudu means that you have to wash your hands, to wash your face, your feet. So getting ready to be present in the court of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So that's why it is very important. There are about 40 people, they can do wudu at one time. So keeping it tidy and clean, that is obviously a task that which we have got our caretaker as well as other volunteers. We are the kind of very few mosques where women are allowed. And women, they actively participate in various activities. So we've got a designated place, what we call as Ladies Gallery, which has got its wudu area.
As with all our videos on Britain's Best Mosques, we need you to like, share and subscribe, because all of our videos support a greater cause. And that cause we're going to tell you about later on, and it's going to be worth it, trust me. So, Mr. Malik, we've seen the wudu area, and now we're inside the prayer hall for men.
You know that we offer prayers 5 times a day, so from early in the morning till late in the evening. So for 5 prayers, we've got this area that where we offer our prayers. This is a smaller area which is used for 5-time prayers. The bigger hall for Friday prayers, our Tarawih prayers, our Eid gatherings, or other religious activities and functions.
How long have you been a trustee here at this mosque?
I've been involved since I came to this country in 1992. So I became trustee about 2004, I think.
Wow, over 22 years now. So your family's been involved in this mosque for a long time.
My uncle, and then obviously all the rest of the family, so they have been the khuddam of this mosque. We are the volunteers, and we are serving the mosque as well as the local community.
Now, we mentioned the prayer on the other side of the wall. Is this the prayer to leave the mosque?
That is the prayer to leave the mosque.
Okay, but we're not going to be leaving the mosque just yet, because we want to see the main hall, which is right behind us, and that's quite special. This is why this is Leicester's biggest mosque and one of the biggest mosques in the East Midlands. We are in the main prayer hall. Check it out. You've got an 80-foot ceiling to floor height with a beautiful dome and a chandelier surrounding this beautiful hall. Mr. Malik, this is breathtaking, and it's a huge space. How many people can this room fit in?
Well, we can accommodate up to 1,500 people at one time, and that includes the both halls.
I presume it gets really busy and people have to pray outside as well?
Especially during Eid time. So we've got a couple of halls downstairs and another sports and community hall upstairs. But if you can add all the other halls, you can double it.
Wow, so about 3,000 people inside this mosque here. Beautiful. This is where the scale of Leicester Central Mosque becomes impossible to miss. And coming up, we're about to show you something most people would never expect to see inside a mosque. But a mosque is more than its size or architecture. To understand what this space really means, you have to hear from the man who leads it. Let's now speak to the Imam of this beautiful mosque here in Leicester. Assalamu alaikum, Imam sir.
Alaikum salam.
How are you, okay?
I'm very well, thank you.
How long have you been Imam at this mosque for?
I've been an Imam for the past 7 years now, and the beauty is that I was born and raised in this beautiful city of Leicester, and I've got actually childhood memories attending and growing up in this very environment.
Explain what your role here as the Imam of the mosque here.
The role of the Imam primarily involves leading the daily prayers as well as offering classes of teaching to younger students and adults alike. The role of the Imam is you are a friend that can lend a listening ear. You are a mediator and mentor. So we find that the community, the congregation, may be going through different challenges, phases and difficulties in their life. And the role of the Imam or any spiritual leader would be to the best of our ability to provide service, to provide contentment.
He was born here locally and grew up on these streets. He prayed in this mosque as a kid, and now he leads the prayer. What an honor. Imam Sahib, could you explain to me more about the architecture of this mosque and what we're looking at behind us here?
The mihrab is commonly where the Imam leads the actual prayer from. The mihrab, or the wisdoms behind it being curved or semicircle. So before the invention of microphone systems, it is easily heard by the entire congregation.
So this is basically designed for acoustics.
Correct.
Amazing. I didn't know that.
And the writings that we see engraved onto the tiles are some of the attributes of Almighty Allah. Now, as Muslims, we believe that Almighty Allah is one, but this one Allah has many attributes that, like the most kind, the most merciful, the one who protects, the one who forgives, the one who provides. And some of those beautiful attributes have been engraved in the Arabic language onto the tiles.
The design of the prayer hall is not only beautiful, but functional, shaped by centuries of Islamic architecture. Earlier on we prayed Jummah Salah here, and we saw the Imam sitting over there and holding that. Could you explain to the viewers at home what that is, please?
This is the mimbar. It can best be translated as a pulpit. So this is where the Imam would stand on special occasions like the Friday prayers, known as the Jummah prayers. And in that sermon, the Imam would give advice, guidance and spiritual upliftment to the entire congregation. Now this stuff over here, this denotes more tradition.
From here, the weekly Friday sermon or khutbah is delivered, one of the central moments in the life of the mosque. Imam, you've got a really calm demeanor. I really enjoy hearing your voice. I've got one more question though. What is your favorite part of this mosque?
I would say the main prayer hall, and for the various reasons of the beautiful design, architect, dome, the mihrab and the mimbar. And I think what makes any mosque is, of course, not only the design, the carpets, etc., but it is the beautiful congregation that comes and gathers that brings out the environment.
But the story of this mosque does not end in the prayer hall. Its wider role can be seen in the spaces and services and priorities that shape daily life beyond it. How many mosques do you know that have a sports hall like this? For more episodes of Britain's Best Mosques and to support the channel, just hit the subscribe button. One of the biggest surprises in this whole complex is this multi-purpose sports hall. Mr. Malik, this sports hall is something that I haven't seen in any mosque yet in Britain's Best Mosque. It's very impressive. Explain to me what goes on here. Obviously sports.
Well, this is a multi-purpose hall, so sports hall as well as community hall. So in terms of sports, we've got basketball, badminton, and you can see that We are going to have an itikaf, 24-hour itikaf tomorrow for young children. So there is going to be some activity for them. So they'll be doing some sports, some fitness activities. But apart from that, we hold various functions here. So this hall is also used for weddings or other, that general kind of big meetings. For example, I can tell you that after Ramadan, we'll be holding an interfaith Eid dinner. So where people from all various backgrounds and faiths or even no faith, they'll be invited. And that's our annual event, and we do it every year. So it is Interfaith Eid Dinner.
So Mr. Malik, this is the ladies' prayer hall, and it's quite spacious, it's quite big, it's lovely carpet. They've got comfy chairs, we can see, comfier than the men's chairs. So tell me, when was this built? The same time as the main hall, or was this an extra?
This was the second phase of the mosque. So the first phase was the main hall of the mosque.
Yeah.
This was the second phase because, we've got 50% of our population are female. And we are the very first mosque in Leicester who has got a purpose-built area for women. And we welcome women for various activities, not only simply offering their prayers, but they, have got many other gatherings, and they are both faith-related as well as social gatherings. So we are even rewarded as the best women-friendly mosque in the country.
The mosque also made local history by creating a purpose-built space exclusively for women.
This is one of the most important parts of the mosque. This is the mortuary where they prepare the deceased for the burial, correct?
That's right.
Please, Mr. Malik, explain this important service of Leicester Central Mosque to the viewers at home.
Well, like many, we are again the very first mosque who has got a purpose-built mortuary. So we offer all the services here. So, that the ghusl, the bathing of the body, and then preparing for burial. Also, we have got, the storage for 6 bodies at a time. This is a very important service for the community. We are very proud of that. Our facility, that is the most modern facility in the city.
When it comes to the mortuary, do you guys work directly with graveyards and councils to get the logistics all sorted?
Yeah, we've got our funeral directors who deal with all this, the liaison with the city council, the registry office, and the families, and we provide them advice and assistance, that when people are having somebody passed away, so that's the most difficult time for them. And that is the time when they need help and support, and we try our best to offer as much as we can.
For many families, the mosque's role extends far beyond prayer. It's also there at the moment of loss.
You mentioned the mortuary service, the gym facilities, the classes. The challenges in this size mosque, what kind of challenges do you have? Obviously there's finance issues, and I presume this is all community funded.
This is completely 100% funded by very generous members of the congregation, because that to run this size of mosque, it is not cheap and it is not easy. You need a lot of resources, financially as well as human resources, apart from 1 or 2 like our madrasa teachers and our imams or the caretaker. So these are the people who are employed by the mosque, but rest of the whole team and a pool of volunteers, and they are all doing this for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, without charging anything to the mosque.
Amazing.
So that's all voluntary work, and we are keeping this mosque ready and running and welcoming people that whether you are a Muslim and you want to offer your prayers, or you want to participate in other activities offered by the Islamic Center, or even if you are a non-Muslim, you would like to come and visit, you would like to engage with different ways, so you're always welcome.
Most of the mosques we visited in Britain's best mosques have all said the same thing. They're all funded by the community. There's no UK government funding involved whatsoever, which is an amazing, amazing thing if you think about it, because buildings of this size are not cheap to run, like Mr. Malik said, and they're hard to maintain as well.
Like so many mosques across Britain, this space is fully funded by the community itself, and there's no government funding involved.
So, we told you earlier on what the cause was, and now we're going to show you what that beautiful cause is. So don't forget to like, share and subscribe, and watch this.
We don't need to spoon feed you how wrong child hunger is. You already know. You've seen what happens when a child doesn't eat. And some of you are already carrying it, quietly, making sure a child never goes hungry. Because when your giving stops, some children will sleep without food, not next week, but tonight. Here's how we make it right. One school meal at a time, every day. Charity right, because child hunger is wrong.
We are the change, the tide.